parts of you deserve belonging. Not just the calm parts, not just the grounded parts, not just the parts that have it all together. The anxious parts, the overwhelmed parts, the parts that feel insecure, unsure, messy, or vulnerable. Those parts deserve belonging too. And learning how to live from that truth is what real self-love is about. Real self-love is something that you can feel in your relationship with yourself. And one of the main ways we cultivate it is through inner belonging, by cultivating an internal sense that all parts of ourselves are allowed here, and by creating a relationship with ourselves where when something inside is anxious, overwhelmed, ashamed, or hurting, it gets cared for instead of getting pushed away. But most of us were never taught how to create that kind of inner, loving relationship. We learned how to function, how to cope, how to push through, and how to manage ourselves, but we didn't learn how to be emotionally available to ourselves. We didn't learn how to listen to our inner world or stay present with our feelings, or how to create a sense of safety and belonging inside. So in today's somatic meditation for self-love, I'm going to guide you through a soothing, regulating meditation with Iffirmations for inner belonging. Iffirmations are gentle what-if questions that help your nervous system open little by little to the possibility that all parts of you are welcome. They invite curiosity and soften resistance so new ways of relating to yourself can begin to feel possible. And as we move through them together, they're meant to help create more space inside for compassion, safety, and deep belonging in a way that feels natural and honest to your body. And as a little side note, today's episode is dedicated to and inspired by Olivia, Carla, Nancy, Rachel, Elizabeth, and Kelly, who joined me on my somatic self-love retreat in Costa Rica a few weeks ago. And special thanks to Rachel, who asked for more Iffirmation meditations, which is what directly inspired today's meditation. The retreat was truly amazing and deeply healing. We practiced listening to our bodies, softening toward ourselves, meeting our emotions with more allowing, and learning to build a more secure relationship with all of our parts little by little. Plus, we had absolutely magical adventures in the incredible beauty of Costa Rica. It was such a meaningful experience and such a beautiful success that I'm doing it again in 2027. And if you'd like to be one of the first ones to know when early bird pricing opens, there's a link to the waitlist in the show notes. Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. I'm Karenna with Hello Inner Light, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a somatic healing coach who specializes in compassionate, body-centered processing that helps you heal the wounds that are holding you back. So if that's the kind of content you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. Now, before we dive into this uninterrupted meditation, here's a quick word from the sponsors that make all this free content possible. Now, let's dive in to this somatic meditation for self-love and inner belonging. So finding a time and a place where it's safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes and turn your attention within. And with your eyes closed, just bring more and more awareness to your breath. Perhaps you can feel the air moving in and out through your nostrils. Notice that you can feel the rise and fall of your chest and tummy that just happens naturally and rhythmically on every inhale and every exhale. And on your next breath, gently imagine that you could breathe in through your heart and out through your belly button. Even imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your belly button. Imagining on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through the crown of your head. And gently imagining that you could feel the space or the distance between your heart and your head. On your next breath, softly breathe in through your heart and out through the palms of both hands. Feeling the space or the distance between your heart and your hands. Imagining on your next breath that you could breathe in through your heart and out through the soles of your feet. And again, feeling the space or the distance between your heart and your feet. And then just breathing in and out through your heart. Letting your breath be so gentle and easy. And softening into your heart a little bit more and a little bit more with every breath. And now we're going to move into the Iffirmations for inner belonging. And Iffirmations are sort of like affirmations, but they start with what if. And by starting with what if, it creates space within to open to new possibilities. It cues deep parts of your brain to explore the answers to these questions. And these Iffirmations paired with this soft, heart-centered breathing often just feel really good to your system. So gently repeat these Iffirmations after me and just feel what that feels like in your body. What would it be like to truly belong to myself? What if I can become a safe place for my own feelings? What if I don't have to push anything away to be okay? What would it be like to meet myself with presence instead of resistance? What if I can include all parts of myself in my own compassion? What if I don't have to get rid of any parts of me to be whole? What if I can become a place where all parts of me are welcome? What if I can become a place where all parts of me are safe? What if every part of me belongs here, just as it is? What if inner belonging is something I can cultivate by listening and allowing? What if every part of me deserves belonging? More and more, I'm learning to relate to all parts of me with compassion. More and more, I'm resting in the truth that I belong. So breathing, just notice the residue of these Iffirmations. How do you feel now? And how do you want to move forward now? Giving yourself a few more gentle breaths in and out through your heart. And just invite in more belonging, more softening, more warmth. And now just ask your body if there's anything else it wants or needs before we bring this meditation to a close. And listen for any answer it gives you. And now, whenever you feel ready and in your own timing, just bring some gentle movement back into your body. Wiggling or stretching or moving your spine. And then, whenever you feel ready, just open your eyes. Great work. So I'm curious, how was that somatic meditation for self-love and inner belonging? What did those affirmations feel like to you? And what shifted within? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If today's meditation and this compassionate approach resonates with you, you're warmly invited to join me inside Somatic Healing Hub. It's a space where we slow down together, reconnect with the body, and practice healing in a way that truly honors what's real inside. We use somatic tools like the ones in today's episode regularly and in community, because that consistency and connection is where deep, lasting change happens. I would love to see you there. And if you're feeling drawn to a more immersive experience, you're also invited to join the waitlist for my Somatic Self-Love Retreat in Costa Rica in 2027. It's a beautiful opportunity to step away from everyday life and really tend to your relationship with yourself in a supported, nourishing environment. You can find the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to the podcast and also rate and review it. You could also send this episode to a friend who you think would enjoy it. And don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self.